My name is Verdis Wilson. I am a Texas Southern University graduate. I was born in Houston, Texas.
How did your family get to Texas?
My dad was born here in Houston. My mother was born in Shreveport, Louisiana. Her parents, my grandparents, moved to Houston while she was still very young for better job opportunities.
What do you remember about your childhood?
Childhood was fun growing up. I know my parents and grandparents always enforced and instilled in me the value of a good education.
Did your parents discuss race with you?
Not so much my parents, however, my grandparents have and do discuss race and racism with me and what they did to overcome racism in their day.
What kind of interactions did you have with people not of your racial background?
Very good interaction. Some of my earlier years and now as well.
What notable moments in American history sticks out most in your memory?
Moments of American history in my memory, multiple. However, two distinct. One when I was fairly young, at 6 years old, the spaceship Challenger disintegrated in midair, killing all passengers, all members on board. And then more recent, 2008, President Barack Obama, his first election into office.
Where and how did you respond?
When I was young, that was pretty much my first time really encountering death. I was very sad when the NASA spaceship Challenger disintegrated, and I learned about it at school, and the teachers were crying. I believe one of the members was a school teacher, and so it really hit close to home. President Barack Obama, when he was elected into his first term in 2008, I was at my grandparents' home watching the results on TV come in, and they were crying. But this time, those tears were not tears of sadness, but tears of joy.
What made you choose Texas Southern?
Four main things that made me choose TSU, Texas Southern, for my education. Number one, I knew early on I did not want to go out of state or out of city. I want to stay close to home here in Houston. Number two was economics. My parents, mom, dad, did not have the funds to finance me through school. Number three was recruitment. Recruiters actually came out from TSU to my high school, told me about the university, what it takes to earn one's degree, and invited me for a campus tour. And then fourthly, some of my relatives, aunts, uncles, before me graduated from Texas Southern.
What did you study?
I studied accounting, and then went on to earn my bachelor's in accounting degree from the Jesse H. Jones School of Business.
Who would you identify as important teachers, role models, or significant figures you encountered?
Significant figures, role models, teachers. My mother, number one, for her strong and hard work ethic. As long as I can remember, 30 years plus, she has worked same employer, third shift, 11 at night to 7 a.m. That takes dedication and work ethic. My grandparents, for their perseverance. My grandmother specifically, after starting her family at a young age, went back to school as a non-traditional student and completed her nursing education.
How did it prepare you for where you are now?
Strong work ethic, perseverance. That's more than talent. That's something you may or may not be born with. But everyone can have work ethic and perseverance to obtain and achieve their goals.
What memories stick out most Were there any significant moments in U.S. history that you recall experiencing while you was at TSU?
There were multiple, but I'll share with you one. September 11, 2001, the attack on the World Trade Center Twin Towers is one of my most memorable moments. The students, the faculty, the staff, professors, it was a sad time. There was tension in the air. People were angry. And then also those who had loved ones in New York were calling, emailing, trying to find out were their loved ones okay.
Describe campus then compared to what it is like now.
Campus then was great. Campus now has more amenities. The student center is revived with different eateries there. The parking is a lot better. There's parking garages now that the university did not have when I was enrolled as a student. And then also dormitories. There are more places for students to live on campus compared to when I attended Texas Southern University.
Do you think HBCUs are important?
Yes, I believe HBCUs are important. Number one, because of the student-professor ratio is more favorable compared to other colleges and universities. Also, the strong background, history, and culture. And then thirdly, there's many reasons, but I'll give you three. Thirdly is the students have the exposure and opportunity to see other students who may come from similar backgrounds or look like them, who are in the place of higher education, learning, who are going to be future accountants, future lawyers, future entrepreneurs, future pharmacists, and then also professors and teachers who may share some of those experiences that the students have or who can relate and become mentors or advisors to those students.
What advice would you give young people today?
There's three phases in life, and if one could go through all those phases, there would be a life well lived and fulfilled. And that's learn, earn, and return. For those who do pursue some form of higher education, that's where the learning comes in. Whether it's in a school, college, university, or it's in books, self-learning, one has to learn before they can actually earn. I always tell my cousins, nieces, nephews, whoever will listen, that people pay you for what you know. If you don't know anything, your wages, your salary will be very, very low. The workplace values one on what they know. You may be a valuable person to the community, a valuable person to your family, a valuable person to your religious or faith background, church, congregation. However, in the workplace, your value is really determined upon your knowledge and skill, what you bring to the workplace. So learn. Once you learn, one begins to earn. Earn your wages, earn your salary, make your money, and then return. My grandmother always tells me that if you have your hand balled up in a fist, sure enough, not too much can get out, but at the same time, not too much can come in. So return, give back, pay it forward, community service, learn, earn, return.